Hey, it's David Sprague. I want to talk about cold email for just a moment here. I just got this email from Chris that said, "Hey, I got flagged too many times for my emails coming across as spam." And I said, "Look, throw it in a Google Doc. Let me do a quick critique to help you." And so here it is right now. I just want to spend a few minutes. This might be helping you and others to really get some clarity on the power of cold email, but more importantly, some of the do's and don'ts. And this has got a lot of don'ts in it already. It's automatically caught as spam. First of all, let me give you just a few rules. It has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about right now, but you kind of have to have a checkoff list so that you can get really good delivery rates. Number one is when you're sending an email, make sure the email doesn't have any spam words in it. Now, if you want to find out what words are spam words, just go to Google and type in list of spam words. And, spam words are like marketing, leads, free, those types of words. Easily, if they're in any type of domain, they're going to get caught super fast. So don't even worry about how amazing your copywriting is. It's never going to see the light of day if you've got any type of spam words actually in your domain. So first of all, you want a domain that doesn't have spam words. Two is you always want to set your emails to go out typically between 15 and 20 seconds apart. And the reason that is you want the emails to look a little natural as opposed to every second or 2 seconds. And inside Lead Kahuna, you can actually set that parameter of, hey, I want an email to go out every 20 seconds or 15 seconds. The third is you want to warm up your emails. You want to make sure that when you get a new domain that you actually start using it, that you don't want to send 100 or 200 or 300 the first day. You want to send out 50 the first day and keep that consistent for at least a week or so. We call that warming up the IP or warming up the email. You want to show the email provider that you're using it consistently, and this is kind of normal use. And then slowly over a few weeks, you can increase it to 200 or 300 a day if you want. So the worst thing you could ever do is send out 500 a day and then not send anything, and then 500 a day, because all those emails that you just sent out can literally just get caught in the spam filter right away because it's irregular use of the email. And so another thing you want to look out for are things like setting up your subject lines as well as the email itself without spam words in it. So pretty obvious, but Google and every other service provider, when you send out an email, has got a filter looking for these types of spam words. So again, no matter how good a copywriter you are, it never sees the light of day if you've got spam words in it. Now, another thing you want to look at is, now once we get past the kind of basics, right, of sending out an email and just kind of making sure we get those check boxes checked off, there are other strategies. For instance, setting up your SPF record. If you know what an SPF record is, then go to YouTube and type in SPF record and how to set it up. There's also setting up your DMIK record as well. If you don't know what that is, go to YouTube, look it up. So these are records that if you take the next step and set up your domain and put all these together, it helps delivery because it's identifying your account as a legitimate account. And so that really helps for delivery as well. Now, if you go and use G Suite, and that's all we use is G Suite, it's $5 a month. And when you use G Suite, they have 24-hour tech support. So if your delivery rates aren't good, it's great because 1 o'clock in the morning, you can actually call them up. And I've literally been on the phone with them at 1 o'clock in the morning for 2 hours as they've explained to me the issues I might be having. So there's no support group, there's no support, there's no Facebook group, there's no forum, there's no even tech support that we have that's going to be is good to help you with why your delivery rates for Gmail aren't getting through than actually Google itself. So that's why we always suggest use G Suite. You can set up to 500 emails a day, but again, don't go in that direction. Make sure you warm it up. So now that we've kind of checked some of the boxes of just setting up and making sure that we're not getting caught into spam filters, now it comes to the human aspect of the spam filters. Like, look, is the email I'm being sent spam, or is it really a personal email to me that's got some value to it? So inside Lead Kahuna, we've got an incredible strategy called the Tip and Go strategy. It's a psychological strategy that has worked for me for years and years and years. It's made me hundreds of thousands of dollars because it's a psychology that says, look, target one market, identify one problem, and personalize the communication. And so the problem is if you don't target one market, it's very hard to personalize the communication, right? If you don't identify one problem, you address too many problems in an email, then what's going to happen is it's going to come across as spammy, and it's really crazy how quickly people read the first line and they just mark it as spam or delete. The third is personalized communication, and that's where the real magic comes in. So you can see here that this email's been tokenized. So let's kind of go through. They've targeted one market because they're using the first category. So let's say dentist here, right? I couldn't find you on the first page of Google when I was searching for Miami dentist, right? So Miami dentist. Now, that's a really good opening, right? Because it's creating curiosity. Now, the number one ingredient that you must have in an email to get it opened and get engaged is curiosity. So the more you tell, the less curiosity you're going to be giving. So really important here that I can't find the first page of Google. So this is a good start. Why is that important? Because no one else searches on page 2. It's pretty simple. What just happened there? You got to see that he went from curiosity to now salesperson. Why is that important? Like you're telling me, right? So instantly you're in the salesperson bucket. The worst thing you can do is in your first 2 or 3 sentences, you get put into the salesperson bucket. Remember, curiosity, you want them curious. Could this be a competitor? Could this be a patient? Could this be someone important from the city, sending me an email? Could it be an anonymous helper to help me figure something out that I didn't really realize? People send in tips anonymously all the time, like, hey, this link is broken on your website, right? You need to fix it. Like, oh, wow, thank you for that tip. But the moment these words come into play, in the mind of the reader, it's now spam. Now, I'm not going to give the insider strategies in this video about how I reposition myself in every single email and how I stay way far away from everybody else that instantly by sentence number 2 dumps themselves into the actual salesperson category. I get put in lots of other categories, and the last one I ever get put in is a salesperson. But it's about how I position my language, it's how I write my emails, but it's never ever a salesperson. So what could we have done here, just as an example? I couldn't find you on the first page of Google. I was searching for a Miami dentist. So great first line. The next thing is, but then maybe you went to go search somewhere else and you couldn't find them either, right? Now at this point in time, they don't know who you are, right? It's still creating curiosity. Now you could give a solution of what you found, right? Because you're still not in the salesperson bucket yet. So, but listen to what they say. I'm sure you're an amazing dentist in Miami, but if you want to grow the business even more, please reach out. The only way to do that online is to dominate the first page of Google. I mean, this is pure salesmanship here. This is pure selling. And so there's no value being given. So in the Tip and Go strategy, I explain in great detail that a person will always make a decision when only one criteria is met. They found value. So I got to ask you, what value did they find here? What value are they going to get by replying? What value are they going to get by clicking on a link? What value are they going to get by dialing a phone number? So let me give you a quick example on this. Every one of us has walked into a store and we've had someone approach us saying, hey, can I help you? And we always end up saying, no. And in the back of my mind, like, look, don't bother me at all, right? Like, geez, just give me I just walked in the door, just give me a second at least. What's the reason we're saying no? It's because we don't want to be bothered, right? There's nothing of value that we found so far. But how many of us has been into a store and we found that item, maybe it's a leather jacket, it's sitting on a rack, and we look at the price tag, there's no price tag, and it's on the clearance rack, but it's like the perfect leather jacket that you want. And then you look around to get some help, and no one's around to help, right? The 2 people that are working at the store are sitting behind the desk talking to each other in their own private conversation. You think to yourself, what the heck? What poor customer service, right? So, I mean, what was the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde scenario that just happened? 1 second, like, leave me alone. My goodness, you're all over me. Get away. I do not need any help. Next second is, no one's helping me. What poor customer service. Why is that? It's because we found value. So when value is clear, decisions are easy. So the T in the tip and go strategy stands for target one market, the I, identify one problem, the P, personalize the communication, and then the G is give value. And when you follow that type of psychology, you're going to see a lot of things change in your marketing. Now, let's go a little bit deeper in here because I want you to see that some of the other context that's happening that's immediately getting everyone that reads this to actually mark it as spam. I'm sure you're an amazing first category dentist in Miami, but if you want to grow your business even more, please reach out. The only way to do this is to do it online, dominate the first page of Google. So you can see here, there's a subtle difference, but it's huge. Instead of talking at someone, you want to talk with someone. I call this coffee cup copy. And so coffee cup copy is just me imagining that I'm reading what I just wrote out loud to someone sitting across the table from me, drinking a cup of coffee. You would never say to someone, but if you want to grow your business even more, please reach out. The only way to do that online is to dominate the first page of Google. If you're happy with the things, if you're happy with the things then don't need more customers, like Topps Map Company. Now, Topps Maps Company in Lead Kahuna is a field that tells you you're allowed to insert who's ranking at the top of the maps, right? So really, for this category in this city, who's dominating. So it's a really great way to personalize it. But just think of the context that you're saying. Look, if you're so ridiculous and you're happy that you're not ranking, there's no need to do anything. I mean, it's really condescending when you kind of listen to it back. Now, a different way to say this would be, hey, I went to Google and I did a search for your company and I was surprised I didn't find you. But I did find Topps Map Company or, ABC Dental. And I was even more surprised because you have 15 reviews and a 4.3 rating, right? So again, we're personalizing the information and we're saying the exact same thing, but we're having a conversation, right? It's a very light, informative, valuable conversation as opposed to talking down to someone or at someone. So just think when you're reading your email out loud, are you talking at someone or are you talking with someone? So it's easy now to give a call to action and really maybe explain who you are. Saying, outside looking for a dentist, I have a lot of expertise in SEO and ranking businesses online. So I thought I would just at least email you to let you know that there are some very easy ways and things that you could change about your website that could help you rank and get found. If you're interested, I can share with you 3 inside tips that I've got that'll help you, I think, right away get a better ranking. Reply back to me or call me or click on this link and go to my website, whatever type of call to action that you want to do. But hopefully you can see that, I found value in the conversation about this person identifying this. And I'm not saying, look, if you're happy, then don't do anything at all. But if you really want to dominate, you need to call me. I'm saying, look, if you're interested and I can help more, people are more inclined to do that than they are this tough kind of, I'm amazing, I'm great, you need to get a hold of me. And the unfortunate thing is so many of us have been pitched by the gurus that are amazing and make all this money and, take photos next to the Lamborghini and, say they retired and then didn't retire and then came out of retirement, back in retirement and, take videos of them in their mansions. And we're so used to that type of marketing. We think it's okay. And we kind of reference that type of style when they talk down to us, like, if you don't want to make money or if you're sick of, eating ramen noodles every day and, that type of attitude, we think that really works in the real world, and it doesn't. It works on biz ops really, really well. People that are starving and, they're kind of preying on those type of psychologies. But when you're talking to a real business person that owns a real business, like a doctor, right? They have a patient in the next room that they had to tell that they're being diagnosed with maybe some type of cancer. They got 15 minutes they walk into their office to check their email, and now they're reading your email. That's the type of sensitivity, professionalism, and personalization we have to have in our communication. So again, I'm David Sprague with Lead Kahuna. I'm so excited about bringing the experience and the opportunity that we have and the success we've had in our business and sharing it with others to help them be successful. So I hope you found some value in this type of training. There's so much more of this training inside Lead Kahuna, and Lead Kahuna literally has been a cornerstone of helping our business grow, and I'm super excited about it being a cornerstone of helping your business grow as well. So thanks for hanging out today with me for a little bit. I look forward to seeing you inside more Lead Kahuna trainings. Bye for now.